Today I want to show you this really nifty trick that I learned the hard way because I have sewn so many pieces in going the wrong direction. So, particularly on the Pentagon row. So it happens here. So I have these nifty little foxes, and this guy, I've done this so many times. So I want to show you a way to prevent that. And you could actually use it on all your pieces. Here's my little rosette that I'm working on now. I've got all these little images and they're headed in the right direction. I could change that obviously and put them sideways or every which way. But in this particular rosette, I want them going all the same direction. So I'll show you a little of my back. Here's my numbering system. But let me go through how I do it. The first thing you want to do is glue up your shapes. You can stitch them to whichever way you like to baste. Then I set them out in the ring, how you want them to go. Now if you're gonna, it also works if you want to get tricky and you want to alternate them like that. Obviously that works. But this is a nice little preview. Okay. I could do that. Actually, I might do that. Okay. Then very carefully, I flip them over, keeping the bottom near the ring and the same, and you cannot mix this up. So just be really careful flipping. Okay. Go around and flip them all. See, I've made it complicated because I did that little switch, but that's all right because that's part of what we do. Okay, and this doesn't actually matter where you start, but then I mark the papers. So I'm going to go number 1. I usually put a little bottom on that, and then number 2, and then you can pull these away, and so you can get them going in the right direction. 3, 4. 5. Again, make sure you keep your bottom down. Here's number 6. We don't want it to be a 9, so I'm going to put a line on the bottom. Here's my bottom here, number 7. Here's number 8. And here's number 9. Again, there's my bottom. And here's number 10. Now, I always mark the papers very low. I don't want to put it in the middle. I want to put it on the bottom edge where it's going to meet this edge here. So I know that that is the bottom. So don't put it in the middle. Be very specific and put it towards the bottom. And then I just line them up. So here's 1. Next, I'll just stack them. Again, keeping the numbers and this bottom edge all in the same place. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, keeping the bottom edge, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then it doesn't matter, you can leave them this way or you can leave them this way, but they're all going to be in order. So you can see with this guy, where am I at with that? Where's number 5? Oh, I have these all mixed up. But then I can just stitch around. Again, depending on if you sew right or left, I can just pick that right up. Now the nifty thing about this is I reuse my papers. So if I don't need them to be in order, if I just want them, like these are all different colors, and I have taken the time to make sure that I don't have 2 greens together and 2, so I actually have an order, but sometimes it doesn't really matter. You just want the bottom. So say the shapes were really all the same, but there was a direction to it. So the numbering system didn't really matter at that point. And you can reuse the papers, but because it's always marked down here at the bottom, you could essentially do a dot. And that would certainly help. So that when I put them together again, I always have my dot at the bottom. So the key is number towards the bottom of the paper or the top of the edge here, so you know it's going in the right direction. All right, so it wouldn't be like that. You would be able to sew like this. So hopefully that'll save you some trouble down the road. We all uppick our projects, but maybe this will help.